All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Astro Battles, the Gears 5 2v2. We're into our grand finals now. It is Deathproof going up against Rise. I'm in the booth here with Blaze. Blaze, man, what do you think going into this grand final?
Man, we hopping right into it. You know, it should be Rise after the spanking they laid on High, which is a tough team to do that on, especially TJ and Noe. It should be all Rise, but Supremez and Blood don't got anything to lose here, Frank.
Yeah.
So it could be anybody's game.
Yeah, they go all out. Again, first place tonight, going to be taking home $1,000, and Avexys got his eye on that bag for sure. Makes quick work of Deathproof.
One thing that is not in Deathproof's favor is that Avexys just went off on the last map in map number 2. Now in this grand final series, mid-box is map 1 and 3. So he gets to play this map back to back, and if they go to distance, we're going to be back here as well.
Yeah, we'll have to see too if maybe Deathproof did a little scouting on Twitch, but INZEM and Avexys with the synchronized shotgun shots there, doing them 21 gun salute style.
Where is my mat at? Oh, there we go. Okay, I got my mat there. I got some shorts. Okay,
yeah, you're good to go, man. You're making it to yoga.
In 5 minutes.
Yeah, you got to thank them on Twitter afterwards if you get your stretch on, because, I mean, they did you a favor. They're making sure you stay healthy and we stay, hype.
Man, these boys, hey, based off of, how hard I've been casting over these last 2 matches, I'm nice and loose. So, it's been great games thus far. And now, can they get their first round on the board? Supremez and Blood, they get it done. And let's not forget, too, when we watch these guys play LV Rebels in the first semifinal, they got smacked on map number 1.
Yeah, they started off real slow.
They really did. But after they figured them out, they kind of, understood the play styles of their opponents. They came up with their game plan, and they took off from that point. So we know these boys can do it. Now,
and like Deathproof took around earlier than Hive did on this map, because Rise went like 6-0, 7-0.
Good, yeah. Rise won 10-1.
Yeah.
The map before.
It being 2-2, Deathproof's already starting off a little bit better than the David and Goliath matchup that we thought this was going to be. They're putting up a pretty good fight.
Yeah, no, they definitely are. And one of my favorite rules. One of my teammates said this back in the day. You got a teammate down, press X before you shoot. And X is the revive button. And we saw it there in that last round that he made sure he got the revive because at least one of them would have survived.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. So, INZEM, he finds a kill. Now, Blood, he tried to get a back A off the right, but INZEM is too quick playing off his left hand, too talented, which is a very hard thing to do.
Yeah, and a good job from Avexys recognizing that down player, just closing the gap on him and making sure they maintain that 2v1 advantage. So it's kind of a little bit more of what I expected out of Rise going into this, and we'll see if they got some more momentum going forward here. But definitely a strong showing out of Deathproof to start off with.
INZEM, he's peeking out right. And so 2v1, Blood, he finds it, he cuts back on Avexys. Avexys misses the melee. No! Oh, he almost did it. He almost did it. The shot was lined up because INZEM had missed the melee too. It was close.
Yeah.
It was close. But so what's happening right here is that this is actually a little strategy on this map that boxes. So INZEM, as their plan is slow, he's taking cover on a box, but he has an angle over his shoulder to shoot the player on cover. So he's peppering up his teammates' guy, and he's breaking the setup of his opponents, and Rise Nation is finding a play off of that. I'll point it out to you the next round.
Yeah. But, all right, I got to know, okay, Avexys and INZEM do it to a mat round, but it's definitely a little bit closer than I thought it was going to be. So let's throw a poll up if we can in Twitch chat. I want to know what Twitch chat thinks right now. Who's going to walk away with the $1,000 in this first Astro Battles Grand Final? So if you guys are in Twitch chat right now, go ahead and vote, and we'll get those results up when we can. But yeah, just good stuff last round.
So INZEM takes cover. He gets shots on Blood from the left, right?
Yeah.
So Supremez, he tried to up A off his right hand to get his attention back to him. Didn't work out for him very well, and Blood goes down. So, and if you want to counter INZEM and Avexys on that play, Supreme needs to make sure he lets INZEM know that you can't do anything but focus on me. You can't get no free shots on my teammate. So Supreme, over these next few rounds, he needs to, develop some respect with INZEM on the other side of that block and get his attention, maybe become the aggressor and not let Rise Nation be so comfortable to do things like we just saw the last 3 rounds.
Yeah, and that's kind of what
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just there, right there.
You love to see it. That caster prediction going off.
You
know what's up.
You know what they got to do. All you got to do is listen.
You've been saying it for years. But yeah, will somebody start listening? Will someone start listening to this man? He knows what he's talking about.
But beautiful play there out of Deathproof, because you gotta develop some respect, because Rise Nation, with all due respect, they don't have to respect them. Because they are who they are, Yeah. Especially after the game they just came off of. So they can play around and be comfortable for a little bit. Ooh, that back row.
Supreme, can he do something in this position? Tough spot to be in. Gets caught from behind by INZEM. Just not enough. And Rise making sure that they are going to have to prove themselves if they want to in this grand final, saying, yeah, we're Rise. And Deathproof, you got to prove it to us.
And they're gonna just down him out over and over. And this is something that you're only gonna see in Gears of War, folks. Okay, these are players getting in their opponent's head within the game, letting them know, like, hey, what you gonna do? You can't beat us. Y'all got a few rounds. It was okay. Y'all think y'all hot, but don't worry about it. We gonna put you back in your place. We'll see if they poke the beast or they gonna run away with it. Yeah,
it's one of those things. It's like make or break. Do you have what it's worth? Can you put up with not only being down 7 rounds to 3, but then the trash talk on top of it? Avexys takes down Blood there and gets the 2-for on Supremes, and I don't know if they're in their heads yet, but Rise only 2 rounds away from map number 1.
So what Deathproof did, they were a little bit more aggressive there. They was a little bit more aggressive there to kick off that round, but Blood needs to understand that as soon as Rise raps like that, he's going to have an opportunity for a back A off that block to put his team in a good position.
All right, there's Blood with 1 on Avexys. Now let's see if INZEM can make a highlight.
So even if you don't want to take any damage, good bait and switch by those guys. Want to go put out some damage and a backup. But even on a high level play, you can take a little bit of damage and back up, and then your opponent is gonna, he's gonna be like, oh my god, I gotta play off that. And you can kind of bait him out if it's difficult trying to get him. You can bait him out by letting him get some free shots in if you truly want to. But that's a high level risky play.
Yeah.
I wouldn't suggest.
Right. That's next level. That's when you're. All right, there we go. Avexys gets Bloods down. Now we're in that 1v1. And 80% of the Twitch chat favored Rise. Let's see if Avexys is going to live up to that hype. And yes, he is. Gets Supremes down and takes it.
The way Avexys was sliding there for a little bit, I thought he was on Icebound or he was in what's that cave name on Pokemon? The one where you slip in and slide and it's so hard to make it through.
Is that Mount Moon?
Mount Moon? Was it Mount
Maybe.
Moon? It might have been Mount Moon.
It's been a minute. Twitch chat's gonna tear me apart for not knowing, but yeah.
Slipping and sliding, Zubats all around him. They call him the Reaper. Okay? But Dracula's down right now. And so now, Blood, Supremes against INZEM.
All right, INZEM gonna back up, try to recover a little bit of health, down to about half right now.
If he even gets it down.
Yeah, if he does anything in that situation, it's a miracle.
Salute.
All right, and here we go. This is the payback. A little bit more in the face out of Deathproof there, saying, all right, we can do it too. But still, Rise only 1 round away from this one. So even though Deathproof gets that round, they got to win 5 straight. They got to play perfect Gears from here on out.
They do, and see, as long as Rise got match point, it's smooth sailing. They just need 1 kill. They just need to get the first blood on 1 of these rounds.
They might try to do something fancy too. There's INZEM. All
yeah.
Right. Yep.
And yeah, that was Supremes. He actually Blood down his own teammate. None of that seen in the kill feed.
Ooh.
He did.
You hate to see it. That's bad blood right there.
And INZEM, when he shot, he cleaned the kill up off the ground. So that's why they're really letting him have it.
Yeah, even insult to injury on that last one. But that's going to be Rise taking match number 1 here in the grand final. So now they're just 1 map away from being your ASTRO Battles champions for qualifier number 1.
1 round, 1 map away. And we're going to boxes next.
Yep.
To see if Rise can get it done. Now, the last time we saw Deathproof turn up on this map, we saw him get down and dirty. But you know, they've been down on the dirty end of Rise these last few rounds. So
right,
they got to get their pride back. All right, you know, we out here, the Gears community, we're watching, but we are impressed by what we're seeing from Supremes and Blood, especially for them to make it to this point. You know, they have played great. But I want to see him on this map go out with a fight. All right. I don't want this to be a 10-1, 10-2. You know, even if they lose, I want at least 5 rounds.
Yeah.
At least 5 rounds out of Deathproof. Okay. Because these guys, they've been getting better. They've been getting better throughout the tournament. But this is their toughest competition yet. And Rise, man, after that win against Hive, they got all the confidence. So you're gonna have to find a way to break their confidence. And we see you know, the extra BM at the end of the round to get in their opponent's head. So you got to knock them off the top of the hill.
Right. Take them down a peg, reality check them a little bit, say, you know, you might have us in the long run, but we're at least going to scrap. We're at least going to put up a fight. We're at least going to make you earn it, right? You got to work for it.
An extra $375 on the line right now.
Yeah. And that's a pretty big gap, but we'll have to see. All right, so Supremes and Blood ADS on Deathproof going up against INZEM and Avexys on Rise. Map number 2 on boxes. Here we go.
Yeah. Both these teams already guaranteed 125, 500 for first. All right, over the top, INZEM, Avexys. It was a scrappy one. 10-8 against Hive on this map.
Yeah.
Ooh, so, I don't want to see Supremes and Blood in that spawn like that again. They got out. Ooh, what was that? Okay.
Oh, okay. Supreme's making something happen here. Gets a
little shot. He did not hit that shot. Look at this.
Whew.
So
shakes on him.
So actually, so if you guys can see it at home, INZEM, he up A'd to the other side of that box, and when he up A'd, he shot that shot out of his ass. He kind of farted on him. The guy was so weak, and he downed him off the bag right there. So,
it's like Superman, faster than a speeding bullet. He was just faster than his own gun on that one.
Yeah. Well, yep. Or Jack Reaction. That's the second one. That's the second.
That's the other one.
That's the other one. And that's a good round there. That's a good round right there. You know, coming out of Deathproof. But I want to see these guys. I want them to get at least 4 or 5 rounds. I don't want no humping out of them. Okay. Granted, they won't pay back. They want payback, all right? But you know, you gotta win this map before you can start the humping. You gotta just stay focused up.
Right. Yeah. Keep your head in the game. Just focus on what you need to do to get those rounds back. Ooh, Avexys gets a nice shot on Supreme.
X before you shoot. Blood. He has an opportunity still.
Oh, tries to move in on him. Close that gap a little bit.
The strafe is there.
Oh.
Okay. Good composure. He had us all nervous there for a second on the Avexys, but you know that's what happens when the Avexys does too much sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of my criticisms with him whenever I'm casting him is that sometimes he just needs to know when to just stop and just hit a shot. Just hit the L trigger and hit a shot. Because Blood was out in the open. It was no cover. He was frantically trying to find something. And Avexys, he had the angle, he had the wall. He could have finished that off a lot easier.
Right. He made the job harder on himself.
Yeah, he definitely did. And now Supremes gets first blood. Avexys looking for a kill. He knows Supreme is weak. He trades spot with Blood. Oh.
Don't do it. Oh, okay, there we go. You know what? Good stuff out of Supremes and Bloods there. They kind of just bounced back and forth between each other and soaked up that damage, gave themselves the advantage. So now, I mean, Deathproof up 3-1 right now, so they're looking solid here on boxes.
You know, one thing to keep in mind, if you are up a man in this and you have the 2v1 advantage, just protect yourself from the up A. That's all you got to do. Protect yourself from the up A, and that's just not being too close to cover, having some distance, and just being ready to just deliver, trade a shot. That's all you got to do is just trade a shot. Good shot. Somebody's gonna push Supremes. He's waiting for a good opportunity to roll back, and he turns his back. That's one thing you don't want to do at this level is turn your back to anybody. The play was there. He just had to commit to a location You know, I would have rather him try to go for a back row there rather than make the play in which he did. But it was just unfortunate timing, and Rise just made the play first.
Yeah, just a little bit of maybe experience or just recognition of what to do there, and Supreme's just opting to maybe try to reposition, which might have worked out for him, but Rise was ready for it. There's Blood downing Avexys. Now we'll see if INZEM has something for us. Supreme's pretty weak at 2%, but turns around and does it to him.
Yeah, they get them in open area, and they're gonna walk it in, and they're gonna get that round right there. Good, and you know, especially for some of our new Gears players out there, if you guys are playing 2v2 ranked and you get it down right away, you don't have to clean it up. You don't have to clean it up immediately. You know, I do believe it's you know, it's about 12 to 15 seconds. I don't know if it's changed, but for you to be able to tap up off that revive. So you got some time to play with. You got some time to play with before that guy gets up off the ground. So, and you use that time to help your teammate in his fight.
Yeah, a lot of decision making in situations like that. There's Supremes though getting aggressive on Avexys, forcing the 2v1 now. Oh, and just closes the gap on INZEM. Now, Deathproof up 5 rounds to 2. But yeah, like when you have that down, a lot of times in those situations, like players will get a little tunnel visioned on it, right? And think they have to go right for the revive or even on, you know, the offensive side, go right for the kill. But you can kind of bait it out and use that to your advantage positioning wise. And that's what some of the, you know, the top level guys do. There's a decision to be made in every down like that.
Ooh.
Okay.
They're doing good on the isolation at this point. Deathproof, super aggressive, super aggro, and they're isolating 2v1s. And I love the back row that Supreme just did. He says, INZEM, I'm protecting myself against the up A. We're all good. And so, you know what? I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Deathproof. They done woke up. This is the Supremes in which we saw in the first semifinals when they made that 2-map comeback after losing map number 1.
Yeah.
We got a game on our hands, folks. Hold up, strap yourself in.
Yeah, 80% of Twitch chat thought Rise was taking it easy, but Deathproof definitely putting up a fight here. And yeah, doing a great job recognizing they can take those isolations. Oh, but there we go. The recognition from Rise, waking up a little bit, trying to cut down that lead. Because, yeah, you get 6 rounds ahead, you start nearing that 10-round mark, and can start running away for you if you don't close that gap up.
Yeah, and so what Rise did that round is they just did 2 1v1s. We're just going to isolate our 1v1s, and they won them. What was happening before is that Supremes found key opportunities to just straight line his teammates guy and just to get a shot to make a play happen. And so he's been really good at that. But Avexys, he pays them back for it earlier, and he just hits the quick up A on the wall. Blood cannot lose his guy on the other side of that box. Because as soon as Avexys up A's and gets a kill, he might as well be right behind him just trying to put in damage.
Yeah.
No point in resetting.
Yeah, Supreme's got some good damage early off there, but then it kind of slowed down on that pillar. They didn't really capitalize on it. That let Rise heal up and reposition. And, yeah, just turned the aggression on him and took it to him. So Rise working on closing this lead down, doing a pretty good job of it, recognizing they're probably going for those isolation, but Supreme moves in, gets a nice little kill on INZEM there. And now we'll see if Avexys can make something happen. Oh, zooms by him, but not quick enough as he catches those Supreme pellets at the very end. 7-4 now in favor of Deathproof.
Man, Deathproof, they're edging their way. They're slowly getting themselves to that map number 3. But most importantly, they're getting to this win. And, you know, it's been good. They've been very aggressive with getting that first blood and just backing up. Ooh, both players of Rise playing this box close. And they're protecting both sides. The
6-second round, yeah. They just kind of...
That is the 6-second round.
that's a quick 6 coming out of Rise. And I think they kind of read them. They realized what Deathproof was doing, trying to just get in their face a little early. So they just held back off like half a step of where they were normally pushing, let Deathproof come to them, and got 2 easy kills there.
Okay. Supreme's getting some damage in. Avexys is in trouble, but he survives.
Oh!
But he goes down. Supreme's backs up INZEM, and that's all he had to do. He just had to reset the fight, not get too antsy, but he's going to find a shot in here somewhere.
Ooh,
he hasn't been able to reset. INZEM has full control. And yeah, once he was on that sandbag, all he had to do was just sit there for a quick second, take a breather, and then get ready for the fight. But after that, he started to move up to the box, couldn't find a shot, tried to escape, and INZEM was like, yo, he's flustered. He just stayed on him the entire time.
Yeah, you start smelling. It's like a shark, right? You start smelling that blood in the water. You know, okay, this guy's being hesitant. He's not confident in his position right now. I can take this one. And INZEM does exactly that. Closes that gap. Deathproof only up 1 now. INZEM starting to feel himself. Gets the down on Supreme. Supreme scaling. Avexys come in, and then INZEM gets the kill on Bloods. We tied up at 7s.
I'm gonna tell you like this, okay? As a player, why I had a strict no trash talking policy, because anytime that I talk trash and I lost, I was defeated for a week. I lost a year off my skill. Whatever progress I made that season, I was back to amateur player status. It demoralized me so hard, and I'm pretty sure that's how Blood and Supremes are feeling right now. This is a must-win round. If they allow Avexys to clutch up after getting first blood, it's even worse. After the trash talk, after the taunting, and Rise Nation coming back and get the lead, you might as well chalk it up if they pull that off.
Ooh,
big fight
big
Supremes.
Yeah.
Avexys was like, no, 4 rounds in a row.
Not gonna let it happen. Yeah. I mean, Deathproof, I gotta give them credit where credit's due, right? They did a great job at the start of this one, but they opened up the door for Rise, and you just can't do it when you have a lead like that. They gave them the momentum and the opportunity, and yeah, when you trash talk on top of it, you know Rise is going to take all that momentum in their favor.
Oh, my guy Numbskully said they need a better grip. We need to get him some gamer grip out here or something. Oh, Blood. He got the kill. He put the damage. He connected with a half sprayer from that distance. 2 shots. He has the right to play. Make the play. He's going to disengage a little bit. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. He hits that shot. He hits that one, too. He has the right. He hits that pellet. INZEM, 23%. 48%. And Blood gets the last one. 8-8 on the board.
We're at 8s. Some intense battles back and forth. I got to give it to the Deathproof squad, though, to be in that position, to recognize that position that you're in, Blood to take that, with the damage and everything. I mean, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I just realized that scoreboard's a little glitch there. It goes only to a maximum of 15. It should slide over. Somebody can clip that one and let TC know. But Avexys, he gets Supremes. It's up to Blood. He can do it right there. Match point, Rise Nation.
There's the scroll. There we go, all the way over. We got it on the production end too. What don't we have here?
Oh, I didn't know that you got to manually scroll that now.
You got to. It's a DIY job. It's a little bit of a.
Okay. I take it.
Yeah, if you got to put in work too, even if you're spectating, I guess.
Okay, big round here. Rise Nation, more on the passive side. Supremes takes a shot. Avexys smells blood. They're gonna focus Supreme. He resets. This is okay. They're going to get their life back, and they're going to play their right-hand advantage. They need to go soon. Avexys going to be waiting for a free shot on either one of these guys. I actually say maybe they play on INZEM. Yeah, and that's what they're going to do. They cut back for Avexys. Supreme takes a shot. He's looking for Blood. Oh, he does it. We're going to a round 19.
We got 9s.
Like that.
Okay.
I like that out of Blood.
Yeah, and he did that semifinal number 1. That's how he closed it out. So he's got a little bit of that clutch factor in his back pocket. If he needs to pull that out, he does it right here to force the final round.
Supremes make the play because Supremes reset and didn't get antsy. Most players could have got aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, playing the right hand of Rise Nation of Supremes.
Oh, he's in the pressure.
Avexys is hurt. Where is Blood at? The damage is there. Avexys running away. He can't let this fight reset. Oh, he's going to play for Avexys. Avexys knows it. Looking for a shot. Blood, what is he going to do? I called him deuce because he's been making double kills all day. He cuts back on Avexys.
Okay.
He can't get it done. He tried to find a play. Supreme was super aggressive in the round. I don't blame him, but his teammate has to match his energy. It just seemed like they were on different plays. And now Avexys puts his backpack back on, and Rise Nation closes it out.
Good stuff out of Rise, but I'm going to say, like, even better stuff out of Deathproof, in my opinion. They showed up. They were kind of the underdog going into it. And they forced it all the way to the final round. So my hat's off to Deathproof, but it's going to be Rise, INZEM, and Avexys being your ASTRO Battles Gears 5 2v2 qualifier number 1 champions. They're walking away with that $1,000 first prize, but Deathproof taking home $250 tonight as well. So good stuff to both teams.
Yeah, congrats to both teams winning that money. Okay, save it. Don't forget to take out your taxes because we all got to pay them. All right? But much love there across the board. That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of great action. And you know what? I love having, these 2v2 pro duos out here. Then we get these, 2v2 duos of players that we may not have heard too much about, but they're so talented, and we all get to watch it as a community, seeing the rising stars. But I was happy when I saw the Supreme and Blood. They went down with a fight. They learned a lot from it. I'm definitely gonna come back next week to cast with you, Frank. Okay, I don't know if I told y'all that, but I'm coming back.
Yeah.
All right. So
absolutely,
I'll be back next week with you, and we get to see if maybe we see these two teams in the finals again. Maybe everybody's watching right now is like, Rise won that? Oh no, we about to come in next week and beat them.
Right.
If you want to play these pro teams and they're not accepting and they're not responding to your scrim messages, now is the time to get some respect from them and get on their radar.
Yeah, show up, knock them out of the tournament, beat them in semifinals. We've seen it happen throughout the bracket. There was a bunch of pro teams, some big names in there that got a little upset. So yeah, and like you mentioned, next week, that's going to be January 30th, is the next Astro Battles event, qualifier number 2 for the winter season. And you guys can head over to teambeyond.net right now. Get yourself registered, sign up, and again, follow us on Twitter for those updates at teambeyond.net. But Blaze, before I kind of close it out, wrap up the show, and send it off, what do you have coming up? Where can people find you? What's up next in the life of Blaze?
Yeah, so check this out. We had 64 teams in this tournament maxed out. I want to see another 64 next week. I want y'all to have so many teams in here that Astro's like, oh my God, we got to up it. We got to do 200. We got to do 128 teams because everybody wants to play the 2v2 Astro battles. I want to see an amateur duo team come out here and win this. This is your opportunity, especially while all these pros is in this tournament. This is your opportunity to get seen, make it to the finals, and make some plays. Who is it going to be next week? I can't wait to find out.